Thank you. Yes, Kavya ma'am, you have your hand raised. Is there any query that we can take it up?
Yes, sir. Permission.
Kavya ma'am, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So are we all ready?
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you so much for attending this session. And are we ready to welcome our distinguished speaker today? Are we all ready?
Yes, ready,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you so much. So, respected teachers, today I would like to tell you that I am going to welcome our distinguished speaker for today's session, and she is none other than Ma'am Pallavi, and she has over 15 years of experience, and she has been closely working with schools across India. She has conducted more than 3,000 workshops and trainings for teachers on implementing various teaching methodologies, classroom practices, activity based learning, and inquiry based learning. I would like to highlight that she had been recognized and honored by His Excellency, the Governor of Karnataka, Dr. Hansraj Bharadwaj, in 2013. She is highly qualified in the stream of environmental sciences, and she has also completed Leaders of Learning course offered by Harvard X, which is an online learning initiative by Harvard University. And Ms. Pallavi has also been associated with various educational companies in handholding teachers for academic year planning, curriculum implementations, classroom observations, and preparing lesson plans and its implementations. So, dear teachers, let's welcome Ms. Pallavi so that she can deliver the session today. So, Pallavi, over to you.
Thank you, Manish. It was a
Thank
wonderful
you.
introduction. So, teachers, good afternoon. Good
Good afternoon,
afternoon,
ma'am.
teachers.
Good
So,
afternoon.
Saturday evening, how many of you had school
Good
today?
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Lovely to see you all. How many of you had your school today? How many of you had just back from school, had your school, or it was off on a Saturday, or your vacations have started?
No, it's up.
Vacation has started. Wonderful to know that. So, none of you had gone to school today, right? So,
Yes.
most of you have relaxed at home and evening joining with me. Is it? Or is there anybody who went back, had some correction duty? Exams are yet to be out. Someone in school. I can see Meena ma'am is still in school. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Teachers, it's one of the platform where we get to meet teachers across the country, share a lot of ideologies. Because what happens, India is such a diverse country, and the challenges are so unique to each and every region. So in this platform, we get to interact with each other, understand how someone is doing better with respect to hand holding or various other. Because most of the time we feel many things which I am facing is a problem, right? But when we get to hear from different people, then we understand it's not a problem; it's challenges which we all face, and we have different ideologies to overcome that, right? Wonderful, wonderful. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today. It's going to be a wonderful interaction, basically, because some of the teachers I know personally also have joined here. Again, across the region, I have been, it's again an honor to have you all here. Wonderful. Yes, Daisy ma'am, thank you. Love you too. Right. So, like that, I can see. And Sparkles, today, I'm sure it was very clear in the invite that you're joining here for understanding the Sparkles curriculum. This is the second year of our Sparkles curriculum, which the schools are already been using. So, we will see how we can enhance the experience and the journey forward. And for the ones who have, adopted this year, Thank you so much for trusting us, and let's see how beautifully this particular curriculum can give us a lot of experience. So before I proceed to already the schools have used and for the schools who are going to use it, I would like to hear from you what is the expectation. So let's set the agenda from your side. Yes, it's a 1 hour program today. This 1 hour is something which is going to reciprocate, multiply, right, into your classrooms for the entire year. So I would like to know, oh, okay, I have teachers from 5H, lovely, right. So teachers, I would like to know what is your expectation from this curriculum and how do we take this ahead? So let's set the agenda from your side. I would love to hear from you all. Yes, I would like to hear. Maybe if you're comfortable, you can put it in chat box, or you can still, I mean, it's a good platform where you can still unmute and speak to me. Your expectation, you have something in your mind that has to be addressed, please let me know. Teachers, if someone can, unmute and speak or put it in the chat box, some of the expectations you have that you expect to be covered in this session. Can I have Meena ma'am, who's still in school, to talk? Meena ma'am, you can unmute.
Okay.
Ma'am, where are you from?
I'm from Bachpan from Chintan, ma'am. I'm teaching social studies for 3rd to 5th.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful to know that. So what is your expectation as a social teacher? What you look forward in the social studies curriculum?
Social
And
studies
your school
curriculum,
is, yes,
it's
ma'am.
everything okay. It's everything okay, ma'am. But I'm giving more practice of map pointing.
Okay,
I
okay.
need some worksheets for map pointing.
Okay, you are looking forward for more of map practice activities. Wonderful to know that. Right.
I'm giving,
And yes, yes. Any more? Any other teachers who would like to talk regarding the expectation for the day? Right. So we will proceed and give me permission. Let me share my screen. Manish, just help me out in case, if when
Yes,
I'm sharing my screen, if videos go off or the audio quality comes down, please
sure.
pause
I'll
me so
let you
that
know.
I can
Yes.
come back and do, because we will not be able to see that. Yeah. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes. Loading. Yep. There.
Yes. So teachers, today we are on the 3rd day of our episode of the webinar series. We have started and we have already had a successful 2 days, and this is the 3rd day. So thankfully, days are going good, and we are very, very happy for teachers to teachers are taking their time out and trusting us and being part of this webinar series. So firstly, again, I repeat here. So I have teachers who are already implemented Sparkles and some teachers here who are, first time users of this. So again, I repeat, we are wholeheartedly thankful for you for trusting in Headword Sparkles integrated curriculum solutions, which are for grades 1 to 5, right? And teachers, I'm sure I can see teachers of various syllabus also been a part here, CBSE syllabus teachers, and I have teachers from ICSE, State Board, etc., etc. But overall, the NEP, what they're trying to tell, how they're trying to connect, why integrated approach is very, very important. That's just a second. Screen is not visible, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
It's
It's not visible.
it
Yeah,
is
just
frozen. The first. Yep. You can
right.
reshare.
This is better.
It's loading.
Has it gone
Yes.
to the second slide?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Interdisciplinary approach.
Then yes, great, great. Then I'll do one thing.
Teachers,
I'll
please
keep
let
on.
us know if you are able to see this page.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
We are able to
Yes,
see.
we
Better?
are able
Yes,
to
yes,
see.
yeah. Okay, great. So teachers, the
Yes,
uniqueness
ma'am.
of, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. So actually speaking, this particular entire kit, the uniqueness itself, it's actually the interdisciplinary approaches. So when you're, those were the days when a particular subject was taught in silos. Science only dealing with science, social only in science, social elements and all that. But now after NEP recommended the talk of interdisciplinary, cross-curricular, and the integrated approach. So this Sparkles actually tries to justify all that, where we have lot of activities and even the core content itself is completely interdisciplinary in approach. I'm sure you appreciate that. And along with that, actually, why Sparkles? What are we focusing on through Sparkles is it's a structured practice and assessment through research and keenness to learn, engage, and stimulate. So overall, in this integrated approach of Sparkles, we have made sure our students enjoy to the core and most of the learning happens through them. Because from teacher-centric approach to student-centric approach, when we are transforming, it is very important how we engage our students and the learning happens with all the experience that the child would get in. Now that we were discussing about your out of your examination, you have finished your correction duty. In some schools, results are yet to be released. But if you have done, teachers, if you just close your eyes for a second and if you can just think back or reflect back your 1 year, I'm sure the first glimpses which you get are most of them are some experiences your students would have had, or some of the naughty experiences which your child would have tried to play with you, right? Or something which has more emotions associated with that. So that way, I'm very sure that through Sparkles, we have lot to give away for the teaching and the learning experiences. So coming to the curriculum overview, it contains the course books, well-structured workbook, which focuses a lot on the structured practices, teacher resource book, which is very comprehensive and detailed, and it is supported by LMS. So Sparkles is actually an integrated curriculum solution and also an LMS program. In this platform, it is well designed to redefine and elevate the educational experiences. So in grades 1 and 2, you have books of English, Maths, EVS, and for grades 3 to 5, we have books of English, Maths, Science, and Social Studies. Then again, I have already spoken to you about it. Overall, it is the experience which matters. So just by going with the rote learning, I don't think we'll have some interesting things to take back on a daily basis, on a yearly basis. And as a teacher, if we have to reflect after a decade of time, we can only take away from the experience, the best experiences. So how in our Sparkles, we are giving you beautiful digital aid, we are giving workbooks and even the LMS support, where a child is involved a lot into self-assessment, audiovisual learning, where the child immerses a lot in self-learning thing, and then quizzes and question banks to foster the competency, which is a strong recommendations of NEP 2020. Moving forward, yes, and to talk about the LMS, which is an
Yeah,
important
Pallavi,
stuck, is it?
I think the screen is not visible.
Yes, ma'am. Screen stopped.
Yeah, please reshare.
Please bear with the technical glitches. Manish, good to go?
It's loading. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So, ma'am, we are supporting you all with the LMS, platform, in which admin will have a username password, teachers will have a username and a password, and students will have a username and password, which will be given to you from the respective, person who is in charge of your school territory. They will get in touch with you, and a username password will be created for you. So now, for what are the benefits of it? What the teacher is going to do? Let me take you through that. So for teachers, a teacher can view and manage her class students. That is the grade which you handle. So you can manage the students. Then divide the class into smaller groups to conduct any activity or assignments. So imagine you have science club, eco club, or it could be a club related to any social aspects and all that. You can, keeping those criteria, you can divide the classes and align the students accordingly and give an assignments which are more specific to that group, right? Then access study material and teacher resources for assigned grades, such as lesson plan, answer sheets, detailed solution, etc. A teacher can access through this LMS platform. Then you have options to conduct online sessions, one-to-one session. So, I mean, today we are privileged to catch up with you all across the country, and yeah, sometimes even beyond the boundaries of the country, right? So like that, through this LMS also, we have given an option where you can interact with students and parents. Then you can share notification, announcements for MAP classes, add or access this to school's private question bank. So we are going to give you a versatile question bank having the questions which are mapped to Bloom's taxonomy, with which you can plan your assessments. Then you can create and assign test paper which covers objective, subjective, and of course the blend of both for students. Then you can track the entire progress and their performance. So in case in need of special classes, you can conduct that as well. So coming to the benefit for our students will get a rich digital resources which they can access back at home. Okay, so which in a way helps in their flipped classroom learning environment as well. Then through, I mean, not only the ebook, which it also covers workbook, worksheets, animations, videos, interactive learning activities, and real-time notification. So if a teacher or an admin has sent across some messages, so the real-time notification will be popped up on their platform. Then a teacher can communicate with the teachers, with the students if it required, and even the students, if they want to, we can take that up. Then they can access to the online platform in case you want to conduct any online assessment. Our students can take up that, because today the world of globalization, where sitting in any remote part of the world, students are now blessed to take up the examinations or any other open examinations across the world. So we are getting them into practice through this. Then we are providing you with a dictionary. If students are stuck with right pronunciation and meaning, we are also supporting them with the English dictionary as well. Okay, and there are a lot of practice sheets. So worksheets are different, practice sheets are different. Worksheets are going to be for teachers, and a lot of practice sheets are going to be given for students, which they can download back at home and practice on their own. Right. So this is how the platform would look like, which I will take you very detailedly. So this is how the dashboard of the teachers would be, where you will have the ebook, workbook, then all the components which I discussed. So in a real life, real scenario, I will take you through that. But this is how the entire dashboard would look like for a teacher. Moving forward, this is the student dashboard. The components are, what they're going to access. You can see here. And most important, teachers, considering the challenges with the online platform, Headword has made up to make it very easy, the resources to be very easily accessed. You can see in the cover page itself, the QR code has been given. So in case the parents and even you as teachers, probably you have forgotten your teacher copy at school today, just a photo of the cover page will help you. You can just have the QR code, scan that, and it will actually navigate you to the ebook by itself. And there are QR code within the textbooks, within the chapters as well, so which will actually again navigate to a lot of worksheets. So this becomes very easy for even a parent also to access the digital resources along with the LMS support. So now coming to the uniqueness or the beauty of this content, as we all know, after post 2020, we have been talking a lot about NEP, National Education Policy, the guidelines, but the curriculums are, every day becoming more dynamic, and a lot of experiment is going on, and Parag introducing, various challenges and, keeping the future students in mind. So in that, this entire curriculum across the subject and across the grade, a very good integration of NEP is there. So before I proceed, I would like to pause here again and come back and discuss with you. Teachers, when I say NEP, what are the things you expect? What comes to your mind? NEP. When I say NEP, you've been hearing this now. It's right. It's almost 5.5 years. We are in 2026. So When I say a book to be aligned to NEP, what you think are the criteria to be fulfilled? What you expect within the core content? Teachers, if I can hear it from you, what you
High
want in
quality learning,
high quality learning. Excellent, ma'am.
21st century skills,
21st century skills. Amazing. Then
maybe multiple languages, embedding
multiple
multiple languages.
languages. Amazing, amazing. Good to know that. Yes.
Lively examples to the students.
Absolutely. Lively examples, because they can start getting connected to the concepts which we are teaching. It's not that they just learn it as a rote and forget it there, but whatever they're learning, so it's immediate to
Focus on
remember.
technology.
Focus on technology. Excellent. Yes, ma'am.
Activity
ICT skills.
based,
Activity based. Wonderful. Right.
Real-time learning.
Real time learning.
Le-
Yes, I have got that. I've got
Learning by
that.
doing, ma'am.
Learning by
Learning
doing.
by
So it's
doing.
excellent, ma'am. So it's we are focusing on the experiential learning part of it. Excellent. So I think I've got some very good inputs from teachers across. So let's see how in our textbooks across the subjects we are covering this. So again, give me permission to share my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So whatever the features which you have spoken about from NEP perspective, what's more important is, teachers, the core content. So along with that, some activities we have been giving, no doubt on that. When I say core content, if I have to pick up something from English, rather than picking up a prose or a poem from a English native spoken countries, and where my child of this particular country ended up only memorizing the prose and poem, where the learning is only the text. But actually the concept, what matters here, when we start aligning the concept through the stories in form of empathy, where the learning outcome is empathy, where the learning outcome is about socially getting aligned to the parent, to grandparents, and even accepting the pet as a family, showing consideration towards environment, which we are really focusing on sustainable development goals a lot today. These becomes the core content. And if you see across our books, from English to math, so just giving an example, if I'm trying to talk about an endangered species, so is it please somebody can help me and tell me to which subject does it belong to? Where do you think we have to focus this? In which
EVS,
subject?
Science.
environmental
EVS,
science,
environmental science, EVS? It's only that? What if I say it's related to mathematics? It's completely related to mathematics.
General knowledge.
General knowledge? Okay. So, ma'am, I'll tell you one thing. If I have to say a particular species is getting endangered, it is counted in numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
To go to the red book, right? It is the numbers which matter. How many species existed? How many of them are actually got extinct in the year dash dash dash. So all this is mathematics, right? So again, I come back and tell you, this is where the core content matters in our book. Just since we are talking about endangered species and all, open our mathematics book, you will see real life examples. Even in mathematics, the story sums are not just randomly picked up. Most of the story sums are taken from the real case studies, like one I picked up now, right? So that's how the core content is completely aligned to the recommendations of NEP 2020 and all the topics which you spoke about: high quality education, the experiences, and the 21st century. So when the storyline is going ahead in an English story, in a prose, in an English chapter, when the storyline is progressing, it makes the child think what is happening in the story. Why? The character is built in such a way where the emotions are struck from a child's learning perspective. So it goes on with activity and discovery based content, integration of life skills, values, and 21st century skills, which you have already spoken, and exercises and activities promoting problem solving, critical thinking, analytical thinking, which you have already given that point. Art integration, question pattern focusing completely on competencies, India-centric content, and the cross-curricular approach. So these are the some things which we have to expect from that. And I'm showing you some glimpses
I'm
from...
sorry to bother you.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by, can you expand what is Indian-centric approach?
Wonderful, wonderful. Right, ma'am. So I'll get into this. I'll, in this particular slide only I have it. Thank you
Okay.
for pointing out this, and I'll surely take it up. Right. So going forward, ma'am, in this, I'm showing you some glimpses from 21st century skills. So again, I repeat, it is the main core content also dealing with, 21st century. Probably if I have a story which is talking about an adventure, right? So how a particular voyage took up and what all they did. So that's kind of what 21st century skills within the core content, and also in the activities. If you see our activities through warm up and the post chapter, questions are also related to all this of problem solving. And just to pick up something from a lower grade, see, even a story here, it could be when a child can question this: how come there is a friendship between a lion and a mouse? So such thought provoking questions, when the children start asking, if you were in a situation where a mouse is, what you would have done. That such thought provoking questions coming up in problem solving. Then moving to experiential learning, we are completely catering to Kolb's experiential learning, where we want the child to reflect on the learning through doing, right? And then there is an learning out of whatever they have done. We have a defined learning outcome. So that you can see across all our subjects. It could be in science, math, social, across. Then moving forward, this is very, very important, teachers, the competency, which matters a lot. Yeah, so if you can take up any particular questions which is already on the slide, rather than understanding directly, if a child knows, because today it is even CBSE 9th standard pattern is changing a lot, and they're moving completely towards competency. So just by rote memorization, a child will not be able to take up any more assessment on the with the way we are going into. It is basically about how the child can analyze a question after they have understood the concept very clearly, right? Yeah. So this such competency based worksheets you can see across. Moving forward, so I'll come back to art integration because ma'am had a question about India centric approach. Let me move to this and then I'll come back to the other features. So India centric approach, when I talk about it, ma'am, maybe I mean just to start off with English chapters, if you've seen chapters related to just a second, I think I have that slide here. Yeah. So you can see here Rani Lakshmi Bai, Bhima and Hanuman, Jalebi. So Jalebi is something which is uniqueness to our own or endemic to our own Indian culture, right? Or this particular one, Hornbill. If I have to take up Hornbill as a bird, I and you have feelings and emotions to this particular bird, right? So Indian rootedness is when I can link all the concept to the Indian scenarios. So that is rootedness in India, which NEP is emphasizing, and even in the content pages, the index page itself, they are highlighting on this. So this covers here. And even going forward in mathematics, you can see we have brought in approach where we're trying to introduce mathematicians. Again, in mathematics in 4th grade, if you open through the timeline, we are also showing a story of Srinivasa Ramanujam in a form of a timeline, where he was born, what motivated him to become a scientist, where is his the actual triggering point which made him to a mathematician. So like that journey we have taken, all these concepts and the content which talks about Indianization, that is what is rootedness in India, and especially in English. So contextualization is through prose and poem itself. We are picking up the concepts which are related to our own, maybe a story from Kerala, maybe a story from Punjab, maybe a story from Delhi, real stories. Where if I'm trying to talk about climate change scenario, probably if I have to take up something from Kerala, they can have the feeling related to rise in oceans and rise in seas. But probably if I have to talk about the climate change impact in Delhi, they can very well relate to the smog and the impact in December, right? So that's how the Indianization or the Indian contextualization has come into our entire curriculum. Hope I've answered your question, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for clarification. Now I got the concept. It
Great,
is like
great.
emphasizing Indian culture and connecting the students to their respective cultures as well.
Culture, tradition, history, science, everything with respect to India, right? And that to age appropriately.
Sure. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for raising that question, ma'am. So we will proceed further. So we have finished with the 21st century skills, the problem solving and the experiential learning activities which we have covered. And shuffle based question papers are there, and worksheets are also being emphasized across. Then art integrated activity, wonderful, because every state is now tagged to a different state and to identify art. So art integration, see, there is a difference between art itself as a subject and for the subject how you can integrate art. So that way we have integrated art integration. So particular, maybe if you can take up mandala art, so which is again related to one particular state and the culture, like that, a very thought processed research has been done, and we have incorporated that in our curriculum. So you can see art integration and related to sustainable development goal. But what we are trying to say through this, we are trying to talk about save water and climate action. So beautifully done art integrated activity. And then somebody pointed out about the multilingual approach. Thank you, ma'am. Somebody who pointed out this. Yes, in our, this is one of the screenshot from our English book. So you can see here, how do you say parrot in your language? Discuss. So you can discuss about this, right? And even in science also, you can see, I think, yeah, now it's time. So maybe teachers, I request you to pick up, maybe let's talk coconut. So what do you call coconut in your mother tongue? Please put it in the chat box. What do you call coconut in your mother tongue? So I request you to put it, and Manish will take the answers.
Yes, Pallavi.
Yeah, so answers are flowing in.
Yeah, actually, we have one hand raised from Udayashri, ma'am.
Okay, so should I?
Sorry, I have messaged it. Anyway, I kobbarikaya. Coconut.
Kobrikaya. Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. Tengai. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Sorry?
Kobbarikaya.
Kobrikai. Right, what else is the answer?
So generally, Telangana people, they used to say Kobarikaya, and
Okay.
Andhra used to say Tenkaya actually. Both the
Wonderful. Okay. So it
states.
was, see, it's so good to know, right? It brings a sense of laughter in all of us. And sometimes I think Manish and me sometimes keep quiet whether, because we are also doubtful whether we can pronounce it right.
True.
Yes, yes.
In
Wonderful.
Marathi, we used to say nalar.
Nala. Oh, wonderful. Right. Thank you so much for bringing this.
In
right.
Hindi, Nariyal.
In Hindi, Nariel. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
got the responses in the chat box too.
Wonderful,
you.
wonderful. Thanks for
Yes,
recording
in
this.
Tamil also they have message. It's
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. It will be nice to hear from your pronunciation. Udeshri, ma'am. Yes. Kobrikai only?
Tengai. Tengai.
Somebody says Bondam. Bondam. So there is somebody from Mangalore joining here. Mangalore, Udupi.
In
Bondam.
Kannada, Tenginakai.
Kannada Tenginakai. Thank you for that. And somebody mentions Bonda. Bonda should be to coastal Karnataka. Is there somebody joining from Udupi, Mangalore? Somebody has messaged. I saw Bonda. Somebody messaged Bonda.
For Konkani, Nadlu.
Nadlu, Konkani.
Yes.
So you're from which place, ma'am?
I'm from Sirsi, ma'am.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Hi, good to know that.
Presently, I'm staying Bangalore now.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, yes. So then it is Narkal in Bengali. Good, 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 good. Nice to know. Right. Yeah, we'll proceed with the session again. Thank you. Screen visible? Yeah, so we have provided a lot of picture palettes, focusing a lot on games, puzzles, and please note this, teachers, I request you not to skip this in your classroom practices. It usually happens when, in the June, it's all, we all are energized and we want to do everything. But as and when July, August starts in, the teachers slowly start skipping out on the exercises and activities. We focus on finishing the syllabus. Again, I repeat, if you are focusing only on the chapter, the child is only going to learn the word. The conceptual clarity won't come in. The emotional bonding doesn't exist at all. So this, the themes which you have, why it is thematic approach. The thematic approach is these themes are given by, NEP and NCF, so that these themes, it's very much mandate for our students to know. So if we don't discuss that, we are losing out on the essence of it. So that's my request, teachers, please don't miss out these games when you have your bagless days, Saturdays, and please note here, all this games are focusing on the learning outcomes, what you've actually taught them. So in a way, these games again actually have a connection to the HPCs, the Holistic Progress Card, which you have provided at at the end of every chapter, right? Yeah. So rootedness India, we have already discussed. I'm moving forward. And teachers have already spoken about the core content itself, how we are focusing on values. And also the value disposition is very high, even after the chapters. All, see, again, if I'm trying to talk about SDG, the values and responsibilities. So these sort of questions and, thought-provoking oral interaction, discussions, you can see all linking to life skills and values. And you can see a concept map to summarize the entire chapter, either in the beginning of the chapter or the end, so that it gives a glimpse of the entire chapter, what the child is supposed to be studying. Right. Moving forward, I was already talking to you about the HPC, Holistic Progress Card, very, very important. So teachers have touched upon the points of SUFFLE. It's a systematic assessment. See, we are trying to assess the learning, not what the child has entirely learned and finished. Exams over and my task is done. No. We are actually now getting to a stage where we are assessing the learning gaps, and that is where HPC comes into the picture. And after end of our chapters, we have provided you this holistic progress card, which gives you very detailed all this what we were trying to talk about, the problem solving skills. So all the domains. So the socio-emotional domain, the cognitive domain, and the life skills, everything is covered well in our holistic progress card. So please ensure after every chapter you do this exercise, where we are catering to self-assessment, peer assessment, and teacher assessment. Yeah. So now I think you got the entire glimpse of how this curriculum is well planned as per the recommendations of NEP, and to ensure our students get the utmost benefit, and you also enjoy teaching, and our students also enjoy learning. Yes. So now I'll take your permission to proceed with the LMS. So teachers, it's a wonderful platform, user-friendly platform, and it's so dynamic that any point of a time, any changes you want from Headword, we promise to give you the best experience, right? So please be in touch with our respective territory head who comes to your school quite often. So they will ensure your username password is created, and you can make the best usage of it. So teachers, this will be the link. The link we will provide to you, don't worry. And every teacher, students will get the username password. And this is, once you log in through the username password, this is how the dashboard or the main interface would look like. So here, where you can see demo, you can see your name instead of demo, because this is my ID. You can see demo. Otherwise, you can see your name here and the grades. So I currently, since I am using, I have all the grades here, 1 to 5. Otherwise, what is the option is, so teachers of, maybe a teacher, science teacher, she is handling grade 1 to 5. So she can see grade 1 to 5. Imagine a teacher who is a mother teacher concept. Some schools have that. So if it is 3rd grade and she's handling all the subjects, for her only grade 3 will be seen here. So that's how the ID will be created for you. So in the interface, you can see the ebook. And in the ebook, again, I repeat here, if she is a teacher, she or he is a teacher handling all the subjects, they can see all the subjects. If a teacher is only for Sparkle's social studies or only Sparkle's English, they can get to see only this, right? So now you can access your ebook here. And as you know, in the ebook, the videos are already embedded here. You just have to click the video which are within the ebook.
Pallavi, I mean, the
Not
challenge.
audible?
Yeah, not audible.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, ma'am, since I'm using the same, platform for my video presentation also, maybe that is the reason. But this is a video which will have an audio also, right? So I'll proceed. This is how the ebook is. Then you have a workbook. So only for teachers of English, let me make it clear for you. I don't want you to end up in searching. Workbook covers, the chapters of prose, not of the poem, because poem is meant only for appreciation. That is the reason here in the workbook content, you see the chapters related to the prose itself, not for the poem. But for other subjects, I mean, like science, maths, for every chapter, you can see the workbook well covered. So this is for 3, 4, 5, whereas grade 1 and 2 has 4 lines and square boxes, which helps the child, because most of you still have 4 lines, which help them to enhance their handwriting, and that's the reason grade 1 and 2 workbooks are in 4 lines. So this is the workbook. Then we are also supporting you with AI. So this LMS is AI enabled. Just by going to ChatGPT, this will not happen at all, teachers, because the access of the ebook is provided through this LMS only. So now in this AI, for example, for a chapter scavenger hunt, okay, for this particular chapter, in case I say I want the keynotes, I click on that and it will produce the keynotes. It is producing, okay, because again, it depends on your bandwidth. See here. Revision notes for scavenger hunt, simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense, etc., etc., etc. So within seconds, the keynotes for this particular one is ready to go. Good to go. And teachers, the beauty is you can save this in a form of a PDF if you want. You can save it in a Word document if you want, or you can copy paste into your WhatsApp, wherever it is. So we are giving you option to either save it in Word document, PDF, or copy from here and paste it elsewhere to, where you can further enhance it. So what are the options? You have real life context, remedial learning, test paper, activity, keynotes, and lesson plans. Everything is AI generated within the LMS platform, right? Happy to know this in the world of AI?
Good to know that, ma'am.
Great, great. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So that way, in the My Book section, you can see ebook, workbook, and AI solutions put here, right? So next, going forward, you have a messaging section where, in case a teacher wants to send across some messages to the students, I mean, if you want for everybody or you want to select few students and send it to them, everything is possible. So very simple. Here you can see, I mean, because for me it's a demo ID, so I can see only one student. Otherwise, all your 40 students, I mean, whatever the strength of your classes, all the students' name would appear, and you just have to click that. And we are giving you an option where you can attach any file. Example is any notes you want to send across, or a memo to a parent, or maybe tomorrow they have a science club activity you want to send across. So you can attach any file here and mention the subject, compose whatever the mail is, tomorrow school at 11 a.m. Just example, I'm sending right away subject. Right, the message is sent now. So that will go and sit as a notification in our students' ID. So you can send across messages to your students, and whereas an admin will send across messages to you and the students as well. Yeah. So now next, particular
Pallavi,
feature.
Sorry to interrupt. Lakshmi ma'am has put her raised hand, so I hope.
Shall I stop
Lakshmi
the sharing? Yes, ma'am.
Lakshmi ma'am, you have a question?
Lakshmi ma'am, you wanted to ask something? You wanted me to repeat anything? Please let me know.
Hello, ma'am.
Maybe that was by mistake.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm maths teacher. But how to explain the decimal division, madam? The children are confused.
Okay, which school are you from, ma'am?
Shankarpalli RHS, ma'am.
From Hyderabad?
Yes, ma'am. Hyderabad only.
Okay, Shankarpalli?
Revati High School.
Okay. So decimal of grade 4 you are talking about?
Grade 5, ma'am.
Grade 5, right?
Yeah.
So, ma'am, actually, see, decimal is mostly an application-based, problem already. So, from grade 3 onwards, see, basically, when I'm trying to talk about the progression, multiplication, division, fraction should be very strong even before the child gets into decimal. And even in decimal, which particular one you are trying to talk about now? So, decimal has two things. One is the whole number, and the part which is not divided, which remains as a decimal, which you are aware, right? So firstly, the child need to understand the fraction, because decimal is nothing but a representation of fraction. Okay. So what I would recommend is, please go back and readdress the concept of fractions to the child, which is very, very important first, and then you get into decimals. Practice is very, very important in mathematics, no doubt on that. Concepts has to be understood first, and for whether the concept is understood or not can happen only through practice when it comes to mathematics, because every exercise even in Sparkle also is making sure that I was trying to talk to you about shuffle, right? So when I've taught a particular topic in decimal, it doesn't end there. When I'm executing myself into the practice of exercises which has been provided, as a teacher, I can start assessing where the learning gap is. So I have already given you, if a child is not been able to solve an exercise, you need to be able to understand, are they not understanding division? Are they actually not understanding the fraction? And are they not able to read the decimal point of it? So decimal has to be taught with rule, but before that, this progression is very, very important. So please, if you want me to talk to you very personally, I've taken your school name. I will try, your name also, Lakshmi ma'am. I can, because post this session, maybe you can get in touch with me very detailedly. I can take it forward. But as of now, I think this answer suffices you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Shall we proceed, Manish?
Yes, Pallavi. Thank you.
Yeah. So we were on the next component called event and scheduling. Here, teachers, you can schedule the events. Maybe this entire week was for annual day or examination. So as a teacher, if you schedule it, even as students can actually, by opening that, they can actually come to know this entire week is examination, because the student ID is anyway going to be accessed by parent. So imagine a parent somewhere, they're maybe settled abroad, right? Once in a while they come on, many various criteria. So even parents comes to know what is happening when they check this event and scheduling. Then coming to the activity report, a very, very important section, teachers, here. Visible, right, Manish? No, it's not stuck.
Yep, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. Right. So here, teachers, the complete activity report of the students can be found. Once you click this, you have an option to select the date from March 1st to February 1st, whatever it is, right? Maybe I'll just pick up something from January to till date. Okay. So whatever the activity you have done, so number of assessments done, how many times they have logged in, what is the time they've spent, what is the action, every detail will be found in this activity report section. Okay. Then section and group, as I already told you, student's name will be created from our side, but whereas you can interchange that, right? This is only section A as of now. Maybe a student from section A shifted to section B, or I was trying to talk about yellow group, white group, for some reason you want to take them out somewhere. So some activities you are giving them, so you can make them into different section and group through this particular section. Then group management remains the same, where you can change the groups. And teacher management, so here teachers, this is actually for a coordinator. There are a teacher coordinator, right, who can do this. This happens in two ways. Either you as a teacher coordinator can give us a teacher name, we will upload into your platform, or if you think you want to add teachers, maybe in between a particular teacher has been hired, all right? So you want to add it, we are giving you an option. You can go here, add the teacher, and you can add their name and subject and all that, right? And also, in some scenario, a social teacher of grade 4 is now pushed to 5th grade. So you want to change that. All that management can be done from here. Okay, teacher management. Then coming to student management, the same thing. Addition and deletion of a student, managing that, their entire information. Maybe you're at home, so you suddenly feel a parent has to be informed about something. You can access your LMS and the entire phone number, everything gets accessed here, teachers. Okay, so this is where you can manage your student data. Then coming to one more unique feature called attendance. So we are giving you an option of marking the attendance. A complete report can be seen, and marking attendance is also possible here, where In the morning, imagine a child was, for some reason he has not come, but he wants to come later. That is also possible. So you can select the child, and the student's name will appear here. Since it's a demo ID, we don't have any students to reflect here. The roll number and the students will come here. You just have to click present, absent, and submit. Then the that day's absence and presence will be seen here. Then coming to online connect, which we were discussing in the beginning. So if you want to conduct any PTM, now it's vacation time, there might be a possibility they're from Belgaum, and the child might be studying in Bangalore. So maybe they've gone to Belgaum back in their vacation, and you want to schedule a PTM. So one-to-one session is also possible, or a session like this, like an online session where a group of students can be participated. So both the session we have given the option here for one-to-one, and group session is also possible. Then coming to the next important and your favorite feature, question bank. Teachers, I take this privilege to tell you, we have given option where even you can create your questions. Most of them, most of the others we know, usually they don't do that. Here we have given an option. What you can do, there is an option called bulk upload. Here, can you see that, two icons here? So download format without image, download format with image. I mean, as far as my knowledge, when it comes to most of the subject today, image is very much required. So you click on this, and this particular Excel sheet will be downloaded on your system. And you have to go here and create your question paper. I mean, sorry, questions, sorry, in this format. Option A, option 2. And what is the type, all that. You can create the question paper, sorry, questions, and upload it bulkly here. Or else individually you want to create questions, that is also possible. I repeat, in my question bank, we are giving a platform where a teacher also can create questions and keep it in her kitty, which she can utilize in a later stage. Imagine just before an exam, before a test, you have to sit and prepare so many questions. It becomes sometimes so difficult, and we can't anticipate the dates now. So, but when you're free, when you're leisure time, you create and keep it. You can utilize later, right? So that is a section of my question bank, and we have my books, which is nothing but the books, the e-books, which is which is allotted to you. Moving forward, teacher resources. In teacher resources, please note Sparkle's teacher resource book will be given hard copy also to you, which will have all this, the answer to the course book, the lesson plan, answers to worksheet, QR worksheet, answer to workbook, everything will be allotted to you. And even in the LMS, we are supporting you with the soft copy of this. Then coming to animations, which are nothing but instead of going through, navigating through the ebook, if you want to directly go and check the animation chapter wise, that is also possible. You just have to click the subject and you can see the chapter name appearing here. Directly also you can navigate for the animation. Then moving forward, test management. So teachers, I thought someone will ask me the question here. Actually, in case a teacher, you might be feeling, should we create the questions, everything? Are you not giving the questions to us? So please note, I was already telling Sparkles caters to competency-based teaching learning experience. So in that way, the questions are also competency-based, which are given in the textbook after the chapter. Along with that, such a versatile, detailed workbook. Again, workbook gives you so many questions. Along with that, please note, so many other questions aligned to Bloom's taxonomy is also being uploaded in our LMS platform. So here, when you come, you are entering the title of the test, maybe June FA1. Just a second. Yeah, hope again I'm back. Right. So it's you can put the title June FA1, then the subject you can select. Then select the book, chapter. You can choose multiple chapters. Then here comes the beauty, teachers. If you want to choose the questions from all, where we are giving you questions, you can select both all, or you have an option of only one. That means the questions you have created. So that here, whatever you have done in this, my question bank will reflect in this, component of test management. So you can see an option all and own. So it's up to you. You can select both, or you want to select any one. Then coming to from where do you want to pick up the questions, projects, homework, practice test, from wherever, what type it is. Then the type of questions, again, objective, subjective, or both you want. Then the date you are scheduling this, particular assessment. So through this platform, we can throw open a online assessment also, or else you create everything and finally extract this into a normal question paper where you can conduct an offline assessment like your normal class test, right? So you can, define the date and time when you want to do it. Right? And the time. Duration. And option of automatic and manual. Automatic will just, if you give the scheme of the question paper, it gets selected. And a manual is where you can do it manually. Next. So what type of questions? MCQ, fill in the blanks, true or false. It's up to you, teachers. You can select that. And from which chapter, which we have already chosen. Then next. So questions will appear here. Right? So once you select the question, you can see the number of questions which are going to be selected here. And then you keep giving next, next, next. It will navigate you to a section where a PDF question can be extracted, or you can throw open the assessment online also. A notification will be given to the child. I mean, the child will get the notification that an assessment has been provided, which I can take it up, right? So that becomes your test management. Then coming to test report and analysis. Once this has been done, teachers, here you can see the test which have been given up. And that particular test, the teacher can take up the correction, and all the reports and analysis will be found here. And student progress card. Whatever the child has been taken up, all the assessments, homework, practice, that will reflect in a form of a report, like I showed you in the PPT itself, right? In the beginning, like a diagnostic report like this. This one you can see here, no? Like this, a diagnostic report will be generated in the LMS itself. Yeah, so that's your student report. Then additionally, teachers, this is for teachers where you can see a lot of additional worksheets being provided, which is level appropriate like this, which you can again save it, or if you want to take a printout, both is possible here. Yeah, so this is your worksheet. Whereas for students, they can get to see practice sheets also. These practice sheets can be seen only by students. Then moving forward, the dictionary, which I was trying to talk about. So coconut. We were talking about coconut. So coconut. Right? So we have the meaning, pronunciation, everything given. So in between the class we are stuck, or a child is stuck during the learning process, so they can access the online dictionary here. So this is the features of our LMS, which is going to make the learning and teaching more dynamic, right? So with this, I'm stopping to share the screen and coming back here, because we are closing to, we are already past 2 minutes 5. I think with this, we have, wholesome understood how Sparkle as a curriculum is integrated with, cross-curricular in nature. It has a learning management system, the blended teaching, and the technology integration well done, and ensuring our teachers and students have a wonderful learning.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have one doubt, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, in English, as you said, we have a worksheet, and even for the students also, you are providing practice worksheets.
Hmm.
So these worksheets, like uh, uh, even students also, they can see the worksheets, teachers' worksheets, or else
No,
only
ma'am. No,
no, they
ma'am. Only practice sheets are for students. Worksheets, these questions, question bank are only for teachers.
only for
Yeah,
teachers. Students, they
yes,
can't.
yes. That we have read it very clearly. And there are some reflective questions in teacher manual also. All those are very, only stipulated to teachers alone, not for the
Those
students.
worksheets will be confidential, right? Like if you want to give the worksheet, so that we can
Very
give it
much,
to students, right,
very
ma'am?
much. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All that the student doesn't get to see at all.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I think in teacher manual, I'm not taking you through very detailedly as of now because we are running short of time. But to tell you, the teacher manual are very comprehensive in nature. It will have detailed lesson plan. The period plan is very detailedly given to you, and the answer keys will be supported. A lot of reflective questions for a teachers is also well supported in teacher manual. Both you get hard copy and also the soft copies available in LMS. Right. So any specific questions? I firstly again thank you so much for patiently being with me today here and making the session more interactive. Any further questions, teachers? We can have a very detailed interaction. Please get in touch with our respective territory manager. We will be happy to come back and assist you further. Right? And yes, ma'am.
So,
Lakshmi ma'am, I want to see decimal being taught well in your class. So I'll see what
yes,
best we can help you in this.
yes. There
Thank
is
you,
no
ma'am.
other
It was
question
such
in
a
the chat
wonderful
box.
Thank you,
session.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you.
respected teachers, I have shared one feedback form link with you over the chat box, requesting to have a view and kindly fill it up.
Just a second, Manish. Maybe I'll